Jar, did you have some other stuff you wanted to kind of pepper out to the?
I got one headline for sure that I want to share because I'm a little bit excited about this. I've been waiting for it for a while.
Okay.
And is this it? Yep. All right. So today is ETF day. So the Solana ETF, Litecoin ETF, Hedera went live. I believe it was Bitwise. Their Solana ETF opened up. Oh, it's over here. Over $223 million. So that's a strong signal. Really happy about this. I am a Solana fanboy. Part-time until I take my profit, then I'll be off that. But I'm happy that the ETF is out there, and hopefully this brings in some positive sentiment, and we can see this Solana price break 250, maybe get to 300 at some point, hopefully by the end of the year. We'll see how it goes. But what's your opinion on this? Because I think a lot of people have been waiting for this. There was a lot of talk about it at the beginning of the year. It's finally came to fruition.
Well, I'll let our guest go first, and then I'll give you my 2 cents.
Sure.
Go ahead, BC.
So before they had changed the rules on how these altcoins were going to get an ETF, I was pretty dang sure that none of these altcoins were going to get an ETF in time for them to see any kind of semblance of like an alt run.
Right.
So
right.
Once they changed those rules, I said we're probably going to end up seeing a lot of these altcoin ETFs get approved extremely quickly.
Yep.
And anyone that has been, buying some of these alts that are on that ETF list, you're probably going to get a little bit of a pump. Not necessarily the biggest fan of a bunch of the assets that they chose, but, for the people that have been in the alts, I think this is a great thing for them because they've been extremely battered down depending on what alt you're in. And
right.
I'm happy that people are getting to make the money that they've been long waiting on. So I know several people that are big fans of HBAR that were extremely happy about this news.
Yep.
Yeah. So the submission to approval process, I believe it's shortened down to, I think it's 45 days now. It used to be something like 6 months or whatever it was. So that's quite a significant time period to drop it down. So that's a positive thing, especially if you're trying to gain on some sort of momentum in the market.
Oh yeah. Well, and it used to be a very long, arduous process for this.
Right.
And so like the Solana ETF, its first ability to go live was supposed to be August this past year. And of course, it's the SEC, and they're like, you guys are going to have to fix your paperwork and, resubmit your applications, which restarts the process all over again. So you now have another 6-month window. And it's the same thing they did for Bitcoin. It's the same thing they did for Ethereum. And it was going to be a long process. And that's why I had that feeling that like you might not see the alt season this year because the whole driver of a lot of the money, that retail money that comes into crypto now is through ETFs. Because people got burned through FTX last time. They're not trying to go through that again. They're not trying to have some SBF that's like down there in whatever island that's popping Adderall and like running their money around to have that thing. I always say, sold to zero. But like I made my money off Solana. So like I just don't like centralization in crypto. Which is the only reason that
it's a really good reason.
Projects.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with it. It's a really good reason. My reasons are very selfish. I need to just get my money out and not lose it. And that's what I'm looking forward to.